Imagine living in a world of experience rather than a world of thought. Thoughts and emotions make up a small part of our potential, but they've come to rule our life, often making us miserable. Instead of the occasional inspired thought, we're dominated by habitual ones that endlessly grind on, like the thought we're not going to achieve our goals and other forms of negative self-talk. Or we get stuck in emotional loops centered on difficult emotions like self-doubt, fear, or anger, rather than feeling our feelings and allowing them to naturally dissolve. Thoughts aren't bad. They can be useful as a tool when needed, but why would you want to engage in thought after thought given the discomfort many bring? It's just habit. And then there's the troublesome emotions. Emotions are part of the human experience. You don't want to become some unfeeling robot. Even a great spiritual being cries when they're moved to do so. But emotions don't have to sweep you into painful vortexes time and time again. Instead, you can learn to feel your emotions, gather relevant insights, and let them move on too. So, what's the alternative to overthinking and excess emotionality? Awareness. Awareness is often described as the ground of our being and the sky of our consciousness. It's always present, vast and spacious. But instead of resting lightly in the big blue sky, we entangle ourselves with the clouds of unnecessary thoughts and emotions. We're always thinking and always clinging to what we want and rejecting what we don't want. Rarely do we accept what is. We think we're the clouds when we're really the sky. Mindfulness is one way to get closer to living in your sky-like awareness and enjoying the world of experience. You could sit down and watch your breath, or place your attention on an object like a flower or a stone. Whenever your attention wanders, you bring it back to the object of mindfulness, the breath or the flower, for example. Mindfulness can be hard at first. Thoughts might overwhelm you as if you're sitting under a thunderous waterfall. Gradually, with patience, thoughts slow down. Alternatively, you might space out or fall asleep, but in time, you'll learn to find the sweet spot that combines relaxation with alertness. You'll also begin to see the transitory nature of thoughts and emotions, like trains in a train station. They just whiz by if you don't grab onto them. They may stop for a few moments to let passengers on and off, but they soon depart again. Not everyone is drawn to mindfulness practice, and not everyone has time for formal mindfulness practice. So then what? Awareness. Mindfulness can be an extremely beneficial practice that leads you to awareness, but awareness is always present and available to you. Think about it. Who knows, or what knows, when you have a thought or a feeling? You're not just thoughts and feelings, are you? Something else is always present. You don't have to take my word for it. You can see for yourself when you consider who or what knows when you have a thought or a feeling. This is awareness. When fully actualized, it can become awakened awareness. The trick to living in the world of experience is to simply allow your natural awareness to be aware. Thoughts and emotions may come and go. Just let them rise and dissolve. Live instead in the world of experience rather than the world of thought. This begins by bringing your senses alive. Sight, sounds, smell, taste, and physical sensation. Experience the world around you as it is, instead of dwelling in your thoughts about it one step removed. When a thought arises, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to be mindful of the thought or intentionally let it pass. It just will if you don't engage. A simple task like washing dishes can be an opportunity to get lost in thoughts about your past or the future and stir up plenty of angst too. Or it can be a chance to be present and aware. Feel the warmth of the soapy water on your hands, the sensation of the sponge against the plate, and the solidity of your feet firmly planted on the ground. As the Buddhists say, leave the seeing in the seeing and the hearing in the hearing. There's no need to engage in inner commentary about washing the dishes when you live in a world of experience. This would be a practice of mindfulness if you see yourself as the subject and the dish as the object, and if you intentionally place your attention on the object with the purpose of holding it there. But it becomes a practice of awareness when you realize you are awareness and nothing else. This larger consciousness has the capacity to make thoughts, but it doesn't have to, and for the most part, it doesn't need to. You can function perfectly well, even better, without all that rumination. A thought is just an expression of awareness, like a wave is an expression of the ocean. You might need to start with mindfulness, and that's okay, but keep the view of awareness in sight. If you've already known your awareness and can dwell there, all the better. Start where you are. When you rest naturally, nakedly in the boundless state of awareness, all those speedy, pestering thoughts lose their power. They disappear in spacious, cloudless skies of awareness. They shatter, collapse, vanish. All their strength is lost in awareness. So when you live in the world of experience, you'll find more ease, more clarity, more enjoyment. Problems will still come, but they probably won't knock you over. And even if they do, you won't be down for long. So the question is, do you want to live in a world of thoughts, or do you want to live in a world of experience? The world of thoughts can be tempting. It's familiar. Living in the world of experience, on the other hand, requires stepping into the unknown, stepping into open space, and stepping into life as it is. Isn't that far more sane than conjuring up your own suffering day after day